Hey everyone, welcome back to an episode of Kate with Linda. Today is Tuesday, guys, and I'm in the pantry starting to organize everything that Julie brought. Look, all this stuff that I got to incorporate in here. And yeah, so it's going to be a fun task. Right now, there's more than usual because she came with stuff. I have an abundance of stuff right now. And so, gotta go in the back. In the front, in the kitchen. So there's a lot of extra stuff that we won't be buying, obviously. You know what I mean? That we might have double oven stuff right now. So let me just do something. All right. There's a lot of, what is this? Honey. Oh my God. That's awesome. Stevia and the raw. Brown sugar. We gotta put that in the brown sugar container. Original mac and cheese, Kraft mac and cheese Julie made. While I'm doing this. Okay. Peanut butter. We got so much peanut butter now. We really do. A lot of peanut butter. Crystal Lights. She had. Problem is that I have so many, little appliances, and it's just not enough room for everything. It really isn't. There's not enough room. But we'll make do. Of course we have. We'll figure it out. All right, so I got linguine. Look, more pastas to add to my pastas. So, one pasta here. We got a lot of pastas to put away, guys. As though she's got a lot of pastas. I got a lot of pastas. Oh, it's got to be, creamy Italian. More Crystal Light. Watch by the food. We got to take this recycling out because it doesn't smell very pretty.
Where's Julie?
Upstairs. All right, guys, so salad dressings, peanut oil. Lily sent me that. I never make that. I never use that, but I have to start figuring out what to use that for. Peanut oil. What do you use that for? Frying, I guess? Oh, sorry, guys. Let me move you a minute. All right, guys. So I got some stuff away. I got a whole bunch of other stuff here that I got to get. Moving on. Moving and shaking on. Keep hitting myself in the head with the string. All right, here's some Goya Spanish rice that she has. Sorry my back is to you guys, but I'm just trying to get all this stuff in here. I'm trying to think if I'm going to do something with this stuff here, utilize it somewhere else so I can have more room over here. I also have cabinets over here that I can fit some stuff in too. Here's orzo, a hamburger helper, pastina that I gave her, noodle soup. This I gotta put in the other thing.
There's Jello.
There's Jello. Where's Jello? Oh,
Right
Jello
there.
right there, yeah. Yeah, we got lots of pastina now. Me and Julie are pastina queens. This I'm going to put with the mashed potatoes. These soups are awesome in the summer, in the winter, guys, just to throw on. And then what is that, the orzo? Yeah.
Who's that?
Orzo.
We also had those containers too if you want to put the pastas in and get rid of the boxes.
Yeah, I don't
Those
know.
canisters, you can, we have, I think 2 or 3 of the long ones.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, because I have a lot of different pastas, a lot of different kind of pastas. I don't
What we did is that we took it, we mixed them all together.
Yeah, no, you can't mix them all together because they have to cook different times.
Penne.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't
All
know that.
different, yeah.
Julie did that and it came out amazing.
Yeah. Well, if they're like close to each other, but if like you can't do rigatoni and penne because rigatoni probably takes like 13 minutes where penne only takes 10 minutes, you know?
No, I don't think she did that. I think she just mixed it.
I thought you meant spaghetti because like there's a
No.
there's,
No.
yeah.
Just like the other time.
Yeah. So I have this little shelf over here that I cleaned out the other day that I put certain stuff in, and I think there's some stuff that I can definitely fit in here. The thing is that I put my towels in there. I think, you know, you always find a spot for everything. This has to go in. I gotta put these in the canisters.
Hey, that's it.
Keep doing that.
Do you need help with anything else?
No, I'm good there. I'm good. I'm just gonna. The only thing is, what about these? What do you want to do with these? Let me shut this a minute. All right, guys. So she's got. Look all this stuff. Brillo. She's got Ziploc bags. She's got these things. We used to use these. Darren likes to use it when he washes dishes. So we'll keep one of these in here for when he does dishes. So the others we'll keep in the bottom, and the Brillo pads we'll put in here, and the extra one. This we'll put in the back because I can't fit it in my in my drawer here where I keep all my others right now. There's too much in here. Lots of, here's more Ziploc bags. I don't know what about these containers. It was funny because we almost bought this the other day. We forgot to buy it, and we forgot. And we needed it, so that's perfect, really, for this Swifter. I don't know about if there's any tops to these containers. Oh yeah, there's tops right here to these containers here. She bought a whole bunch of container thing too, guys. God, we're gonna have so many Ziploc bags. Wow. Look at this. Yeah, these, which was great. I can always use those. I don't really buy them too much. Only on around the holidays. But look, she's got all these containers with the tops. But I told her that she should keep these. Like, I shouldn't, like, I don't want to take her containers because when we move, she'll have to. These are her containers, you know. I don't know if I'm gonna use these. I don't know. I don't think I want to incorporate her containers because they're good containers and she bought them. You know what I mean? Oh my God! Look at all this parchment paper. This slow cooker liners. This what is it called? Plastic wrap. Wow. More Ziploc bags. We don't have to buy Ziploc bags for a while. She bought them at Sam's, I think, when she bought them. So what I'll do is I have to find a spot for all of these. Maybe I could put it here. Put that there. We don't need any more of these containers. These containers, I have to get a bag for that stuff. These we'll use. These cups we'll use. And we got these little cups. I guess they're shot cups for when they had pâtés. Put those in the other bag. See, little cups that I'm spilling all over the house now. So her cats are doing really good. It took them like 3 or 4 days, it took like 2 or 3 days before they, would eat and drink. Like they were eating, but very, very little. And they're doing good. They're roaming around. They're very curious. They hear Cooper. One of them is more curious than the other. She just has a different kind of personality than the other cat. And so she's been like at the bottom of the steps because she smells Cooper, and Cooper knows like she's there, you know. So when Julie's going on her honeymoon, I don't know if I told you guys, Julie's going on her honeymoon the end of the month, beginning of next month, October. So after she comes back, we're gonna start introducing the animals to each other. We're gonna bring the cats down here in their little cage, their little carry-on things. Let Cooper smell them, let them smell him, and all that, and then gradually, like each day, do something else and just try to incorporate them into each other's lives. I hope that it works. The worst case scenario would be that they don't get along. That Cooper is not he's not a vicious dog, but he just doesn't like people. He doesn't like new people, and if I take him walking, he'll bark and stuff at other dogs, but he's never, God forbid, bitten anybody or anything like that. And even when they're outside and he chases a squirrel, he gets to the squirrel and then he leaves it. He doesn't do anything. Brody gets along with the cats, thank God, for their sake, but Brody, has killed chipmunks out here. He runs around with them in his mouth. Cooper has never done that. So I think Cooper will be very curious with them and want to play with them and stuff like that, but I don't think Cooper's going to bother them and be vicious or anything like that. But the only way we're going to know is if we try it. So, and if the worst case scenario, they don't get along, then the cats just stay upstairs in their apartment. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing. We'll see. So that's a work in progress, That's something that's not going to happen immediately. All right, so I got to get this kitchen organized. It's already 1:40. I have a sink full of dishes. Darren did a whole bunch for me. I emptied out the refrigerator already. I cleaned out the refrigerator. I want to get some stuff organized before my husband comes home. Just so he doesn't have to worry about everything, He takes it all out himself. I don't want him doing that. And he worked, his body is he's done. His body is shot. He's got black and blues on his arms from moving the stuff, and he's done, So I have to plug this in. All right, guys, so I'm done with all that in the pantry and stuff. Now I'm just doing dishes. and straightening up some stuff, and going to do these dishes, and then I'm going to try to relax for 10 minutes, a half hour, and then I'm going to start dinner. Okay, so this video is going to be, just go right into the what's for dinner, because there's no sense in stopping this and starting a new video. So we're going to get these dishes washed, and I'm going to make, what's for dinner tonight is chicken lemon orzo soup, and we're going to have grilled cheese, guys. That's what we're having for dinner. It's a little chilliness here up in upstate New York, and Julie mentioned, like, why don't we have chicken orzo soup? I was like, oh my God, great idea. So that's what we're doing. So I'm just gonna get these dishes cleaned up. I have chicken breast and I have chicken thighs, but I'm gonna do the chicken thighs because I just think chicken thighs are so much better than they're so much more tender. And I have 2 big packages of them, so I don't need all of them. I'm only gonna use probably half a pack for the soup, but we'll use that for another meal. The rest of the chicken. But other than that, I don't, other than I have a package of ribs in the freezer downstairs, I have chicken drumsticks. I have a lot of chicken drumsticks because a couple of months ago when they were on sale, or a month ago, they were on sale, and I bought like 3 packs of them, and I broke them all up and put them in the freezer. But we have to stock up a little bit on some meat. I don't really have that much meat in my freezer. I'm waiting for chopped meat, and I want to go to Price Chopper and check out their reduced meat and see what they got the end of the week. See if they got anything good that I could, because now that we're 5 again, I want to do that. I want to kind of bulk it up. I have to bulk it up a little bit, only because I'm going to be making more at one time. So yeah. The dogs are barking. Oh, I have my fly swatter outside because there's a couple of flies in this house that are really agitating me. I've been trying to get them, and I can't seem to get them. So I have my fly swatter. Every time I go to use my fly swatter, they run away, of course. Oh, guys, I have to tell you, I told you we're doing streaming now. We got rid of the cable, and we're doing streaming. And this channel, Pluto, that we have, oh my God, has I Love Lucy. Last night I was so happy. I was like, I just won the lottery. I'm not even kidding. I put on I Love Lucy, and I just watched episode after episode after episode. Oh my God, it's like Little House on the Prairie. Next, I'm going to look for the Brady Bunch. I want to look for the Brady Bunch. I want to look for, what else? What's the other one? I have Little House on the Prairie already. I think the Brady Bunch, and I like the Partridge Family and all that. The Waltons, I don't know. I never was one for Waltons. I liked it, but it's not my favorite. You know what show I really liked? 8 is Enough. I wonder if I could get that. I love that show. Did anybody ever watch 8 is Enough when you guys were younger? Such a great show. And Three's Company. But I don't know if I'd want to. Three's Company, I don't think I would want to watch on loop. But I Love Lucy. Oh my God, I was laughing my ass off last night. And this morning too, I was watching it. Also, I also want to watch. What's the other one? I just had it in my mind. Oh God. Oh, The Honeymooners. The Honeymooners. Oh my God, guys. One of my favorite shows in the whole wide world. Love it. What? He wants to go out now. What do you guys do? Can you let them out? So yeah, The Honeymooners is the next one. Oh my God, I love the streaming. I love it. It is so great. I'm telling you guys. Last night I was so happy. I sat there. I was actually writing out some recipes, writing recipes down. I'm doing something, guys, that I'm going to tell you about, but I'm not going to tell you a whole 100% about it, but I'm going to tell you. Now, you guys know that I'm making a cookbook, right? Now, what I was going to do is make like a full cookbook, but I got news for you guys. I don't have the patience to make a big full cookbook. So this is what I'm doing. And I'm going to tell you guys about it. I am going to make a lot of small cookbooks. If this makes sense to you guys, let me know how you feel about this. Regardless, I think I'm going to do it anyway because this is what I think is best for me because it's a lot. It's a lot of work, you know, and not that I don't want to put in the work because I do. But it's a lot of work because I want to get these recipes down that are precise so they come out like I make them and I feel they're good. You know, I don't want to just write stuff down and then you make it and it not be good. So I have to perfect these recipes to a point where I have to be able to write how much garlic powder I put in or how much, even if it's just like, even if like with salt and pepper, if I say a dash of salt and pepper. There are going to be recipes in my cookbook that say that. Or a splash of this, a splash of that, you know, whatever. That's what I'm going to do. But what I'm saying is I want to be able to get my books out quick. So just because I don't want it to be a long, drawn-out thing. Like, I want to just do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm not sure how many recipes are going to be in one book. But I'm going to make, I'm going to make a couple of books. Like, you know, I'm going to make, maybe I'll have a book come out every couple of months. A new book, maybe with 15, 20 recipes. Not sure yet how many recipes I'm going to put in each book. But I'm going to print it out and make it pretty and make it like a cookbook, you know what I mean? But that's what it's going to be. Okay, it's not going to be like a hardcover. It's going to be like a spiral or whatever. You know, it's going to be pretty and all that. And it'll be worth whatever money I charge for it, which is going to be, it's really not going to be a lot of money. I'm not trying to get rich over this. I'm really not. I'm just trying to put my recipes out there because I've gotten a lot of people ask me, you know, tell me, Linda, you should do a cookbook, this, that, and the other thing. Like I said, I'm not trying to get rich, and I will definitely even be gifting some, okay, so as well. So that's the thing. But, so that's why I'm doing that. So comment down below if you think that's a good idea. I think it's a great idea. You know, I think it's fun because I'm not trying to win a Pulitzer award or anything like that. I just want to get my recipes out there for people to enjoy and make for their families and all of that. And I love it. That's what I want to do. But I also don't have the patience. You know, I'm 58 years old, going to be 59 this year, and I just want to make everything as easy as possible and still be able to do the things that I want to do. So I'm going to perfect it, and you know, it's a process, and it's also, I'm learning, you know what I mean? I'm learning what I'm going to do as I'm going along. So I will keep you guys updated and let you know. But I'm telling you, my plan, what is this? This is what, the end of September, right? October, November, December, January. So I'm gonna push. I'm not gonna give a specific date because you know how that goes. Come on. Show yourself, because I'm just ready. I'm ready. I'll repent later about killing these flies, okay? I'll repent to my Lord. But right now, I gotta get these goddamn flies, because they're aggravating me. Anyway, guys, let's move on. Yeah, so let's see. It's October, November, December, January. I would say by the first of the year. By the first of the year, I'll have my first cookbook out. Okay? Don't hold me to it. Don't write it on your calendar because it could very well change. You know me, guys. You know me. Also, I got some other things that I'm going to announce that I'm going to tell you guys. It's not really an announcement. It's just something that I'm doing in my life that I would like to share with you guys that I haven't shared because it wasn't something that was written in stone or whatever, and it all coming to fruition, if that's the word. I forget the word. It's all coming to a permanency, and I'd like to share it with you guys. So when I'm not going to do that today. Probably I'll do it next week or something, but it's just something in my life that's happening. A few things that are happening in my life that are exciting and fun, and I would love to share. I would love to share them with you guys. And no, it's not Julie pregnant. Julie's not pregnant. Julie moved in. We all know that. It has nothing to do with my kids or anything. It has basically to do with me. And yeah, so look forward to some news about that. That'll be soon. That'll be soon. It could be tomorrow. It could be next week. I don't know. You know me, guys. All right. So the dishes are done. Oh, I got that other pot over there. Ugh, let me get that pot. All right, guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm starting to get prepared for the orzo soup. Okay. So I just peeled a couple of carrots. I'm gonna put carrots, some celery, very small pieces of celery, onion, some garlic. Lemon zest and all that. All right, so let's cut this off. That's not a good piece. Now I'm gonna cut the carrots and stuff quite small, just like chunks like that, like bite-sized pieces. Okay. I'm going to cut the carrots and the celery and onions up. Then I will start the water. I'm also going to put I'm also going to put just a little bit of bouillon. And yeah, I have the chicken, but you know, I want it to have a nice chicken flavor. And the bouillon will do that. Because this isn't like an all-day soup. This is like an hour soup. You know what I mean? So. Yeah. The snacking lady's back. Woo! So Darren and Julie came with an ice maker. So we're making ice now. And in this house, we use so much ice. We need another one. We need double, triple ice in this house because we all use a lot of ice. And like I said, guys, there's 5 of us now. So it's, you know, and they're adults. They're not, you know, 2 kids. They're adults, so. Yes, this is another favorite soup of mine. I forget to, who asked me. I forgot. I'm so sorry. I'll look back, but this orzo lemon soup is another one that we like. I think I'm going to put another carrot in, guys. But when I'm down and feeling blue. Alright, so listen. This is the story. My beautiful, beautiful friend. And I don't say her name often because she doesn't really like the praise. Or whatever. I would say it every day. I would talk about her all constantly if she would let. Not that she doesn't want, she wouldn't let me, but I wouldn't do that to her. She's the sweetest thing I ever met in my life. I don't even know what to say about her. There's not enough words in the English vocabulary to say how much I appreciate and how amazing this person is and her spouse and all that. I'll say her name one time, Lily. I love you, Lily. She heard what I was saying the other day about my olive oil thing. She sent me this. Now this is perfect because all you got to do is like move that over a little bit and you can, you know, it's kind of comes out slowly. Even if it wasn't, this is beautiful. I love this, absolutely. And I was just saying the other day that I didn't realize that it didn't have a spout. I thought it had a spout because this to me looked like a spout. Well, she is ridiculous. She's not ridiculous. She is just too much, too loving, too giving. She literally the next day or that day goes on and sends me the one with the spout. It has a funnel, and it comes out slow, comes out fast, and it has a top, guys. This comes off and it has a top. Thank you so much. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I appreciate it. And I'm so grateful. I love you, Lily. Do you believe that? Sweetest thing ever. Sweetest thing ever. There are no words, like I said. I don't know how many times. Get the hell. Oh, there's this fly. This fly's gonna get it. It's gonna get it. Where's my fly swatter? They come out as soon as I put the fly swatter down. That's what they do. Telling you guys. I'm so happy. You know, there's so much love in the world. Even with all the crap that's going on today. There's so much love in the world. It's not even about materialistic wise. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about love and compassion and all that. Just be kind. Just be kind. I sent her, I'm not sure. People are just gotta love each other. And that's it. All right. Let's get out of here. Let's cut up a little celery. I'm not going to do a lot of celery, guys. Just a little bit. It just flavor. It gives a nice flavor. You just got to wipe celery down. I'm not going to use the little green things. Just gonna cut those off. Put them in something else, but not. And like I said, the celery is gonna be pretty tiny because, oh my God. Because it's just to flavor it. You know, if you get a little, oh my God, if you get a little bite of celery, it's okay. But I got this celery from the farm, and I feel like it's really tough. It's tough raw. I don't get it. Yeah. I hope it's better cooked. I'm going to do a little bit more. But it's a little tough, guys. Why? All right. Ooh! Now I'm going to put onion in this because Julie told me to make it just how I make my chicken soup, and this is what I'm doing. So I'm putting onions in it. And they'll be, you know, not going to be huge pieces. And like I said, this is going to be a fairly quick soup. This soup is not going to, it's going to take 45 minutes to an hour. That's it. Lemon orzo. Yummo. And then I'll make some grilled cheeses. And tonight is also Tuesday. You guys know that on Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock I have my Bible study that I'm, you know, on for 2 hours. Basically 2 hours. I think I'm just going to put this in there like that. I'm not going to cut them up. I'm just going to let them fall like that. All right. So, I'm going to put a little olive oil in there and a little minced garlic, guys. Okay? So yeah, so I can also use that like that, you know, because all you got to do is just push that little thing back and watch. And there it goes. So a little bit more. And I don't need a lot of this for this because, oh my God, Linda, that wouldn't have been good. Here I am. I don't need a lot. I don't need a lot of oil in the pan for this, just a little bit. All right. Thank God that didn't break because I would have been really upset with myself. Really, really upset with myself. All right, let's put it on. Because I'm just going to cook the garlic. I'm going to put the garlic and the onions. I'm going to go get another piece of onion because I think I need another small onion. All right, guys, let's put this over here. All right. I always forget that there's oil in here too. Always forget that. A little bit of garlic. I close my eyes so I can be with you. Oh, baby, be strong to me. Baby, belong to me. Now, the important part of lemon orzo soup is the lemon, obviously. And the lemon peel is what really gives a nice lemon flavor. So I'm going to do probably like two lemons of the zest. And then we'll put fresh lemon in there as well. But I swear, if I can do it. But the zest is really what makes it nice. And I'm going to go out to my garden that's dead and see if there's any parsley and basil left in there. That's you know, edible. I gotta clean up all that mess out there too. All right, so I'm just gonna let this cook for a couple of minutes. This is not supposed to like cook. I just want to marry the flavors with the garlic and the onion, you know. Cut this piece. I'll just eat it. Okay. Alright, like I said, the onion is gonna all break up. I'm gonna go throw this out. And then I gotta cut the chicken up. open this thing? Oh. Alright. Let's get rid of this thing out here. I don't want this on my counter. On that counter anyway. Guys, last night I made the American tomatoes. And I made garlic toast with it. Oh my gosh, so good. It's even so good the next day. Left over. Yummo. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is just put water in here. And then I'll put a little bit of the bouillon. I'm going to put chicken. Okay. Using the coffee pot. Woo. When Julie suggested the soup, I was so excited because I love soups. They're not big on soups, my family, I'm telling you. It's just usually me and my husband. Oh my God, I can't believe I didn't put my favorite soup down. When somebody asked me, beef barley, that's my #1 soup. I can't believe I forgot that. And we make that like 2 or 3 times, 4 times during the winter. Yeah, maybe more. My husband and I love it. It's so good. That's our favorite, really. Grab them, really. All right. All right. So the carrots, the onions, and the celery are in here. Let that start kind of boiling. And I'll get the chicken. We'll get the chicken cut up. All right, now this one I can't use for the chicken because, Linda, why do you do, guys, did you see what I just did? Keep it like that. There you go. Because I have a different cutting board for chicken, for poultry. Small one. Let's use the bigger one. Alright. Move that over here. And carrots. Now, I'm not sure if these have bone in them. I wasn't sure when I bought them. I think they do, yeah. They are. They're bone in. They're bone in. That's okay. That's fine. That's why they were, probably that's why they were on sale. I don't know. It's fine with me. I don't mind cutting the bone off, cutting it off the bone. It's still chicken thigh meat, you know? And sometimes what I do is I specifically buy bone, if the bone in chicken thighs are on sale, I buy them and then just cut the meat off of it because it's so much cheaper. You know, a lot of times the bone in, which lately, like I said, has been very, very expensive. So I'm glad I got these on a bargain. Yeah, and you can even save these like little things. They also have some meat on them. Just put them right into the soup, really, and then just pick them out. I could do that. I'm just gonna get all the meat off that I can get off of it. Yeah. Utilize the whole thing. Take the skin off. These have skin on them, which is fine. I'm not using the skin anyway, so. Just cutting the skin off. Whatever fat there is, I'll just take that off of it. And I'm just going to throw the chicken in like this. I wonder if I should just cut it up. No, I'll just cut it up. I'll just cut it up. Because we like them small anyway.
What are they doing?
What? Hold on. They're running a wire. Probably for the internet. Where's Mom? Ask them what they're doing. They're coming in the house tomorrow unless maybe they're running the wires for fiber. I don't know what that means.
Hi, what are you doing up in here? Hi.
Probably tomorrow. Or it's probably they're coming in the house tomorrow.
They probably do the.
Alright guys, yeah, had some stuff going on here with the cable company. What? I didn't hit pause, so I'll see what's on here later. Anyway, let's finish up cutting the chicken, get the chicken in there. Cooper! Because like I said, this soup is not a soup that's going to cook all day. It's going to cook, you know, maybe an hour and 15 minutes. That's all. Alright, so I'm just going to continue cutting up the chicken up so you guys don't have to hear cooker. You guys don't have to hear Cooper barking. Right back. Alright guys, so the chicken is all in there. The soup is simmering. And I had to take some of the broth out because I had to fit more of the chicken in. So once that evaporates a little bit, I'll add more of the rest of the broth. I'll show you. But these are all clean, so I'm gonna do some. I'm going to do some zest, okay? Because like I said, I need a lot of zest. So I'm gonna zest these two lemons. You see how much that is. I think two lemons should be enough with some lemon juice. The smell of lemon zest, guys. Oof, I love it. Love it. Just remember, try not to get the white. Just go for the yellow. If you get a little bit of light white, it's not going to be the end of the world. It'll taste a little bit bitter, but as long as you don't get a lot. Because I think it's impossible not to get some. I mean, I really do. Lemon, the zest of life. The zest of life. I love lemon. So, get the most that we can off of that one. I think that's it for that one. A little bit more here. There we go. Yep. You can have your kids do this too, some of your teenagers, or, oh boy, the soup's starting to boil over just a little bit. I have to watch it. Maybe lower the flame a little bit. I don't want it to boil over. This zester is from IKEA, my son got. It's really good. So Julie and Darren are doing good. They're settling in. You know, it's they have their own routine, you know, that they're getting back into, and everybody has their own routine. I have my own routine, like, you know, we all have our own lives, even though we live together. We all have our own lives. So. All right. Perfect. So. Let me get the thing, my picker-upper. Put the lemon. Move these over so you guys can see. Let's shut this off. All right, guys, see it boiling away there. Yummo. Because it is called lemon orzo soup. Oh, I didn't put any bouillon in here. I gotta put bouillon. I didn't put any seasonings in yet. No salt, no grated cheese, no Parmesan cheese, no nothing yet. Now here's a trick, guys. You see all this lemon zest on here? I want to get that in there, so I'm just gonna put it in here, and loosen it up, and it'll all come out into the soup. So this way we don't lose any of it. And the majority of it came off. Yep. Alright. I could smell it. It smells so freaking yummy. Alright, so I put all the chicken in here. And let's put a little bit of bouillon in it. I'm going to taste it. It shouldn't have any salt taste or anything because there's no salt in it. All there is the chicken, the carrots, and the celery and the onions. It tastes like lemon. It tastes like garlic. It's really good, but now we got to season it up, guys, okay? Now we got to season it up. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some parsley. I'm going to go out and see if I have any parsley and basil out there, like I said. Dried parsley. We're going to put some basil, Italian seasoning. Here's basil. Okay. Some pepper. I had to fill these yet. I didn't even fill these yet. Here's Italian seasoning. And I'm going to put some bouillon in. I'm not going to put salt in until after I taste it. I'll put a little bit of salt probably, but I got to taste it after the bouillon's in and cooking for a few minutes because, you know, bouillon has salt in it. A lot of salt. It can be very salty. You got to be very careful with it. Where is it? So you got to be cautious with bouillon. I'm going to whisk it in. Let's see. I'm going to put about a tablespoon. Do it slowly and then we'll test, we'll check it. I'm going to put some garlic powder and onion powder in here. And a little bit of grated cheese. Parmesan cheese. Not a lot. Let's put some onion. Here's onion. Okay. Some garlic. There we go. And after a little while, we'll put some of the lemon juice in it. But see, what I have here, guys, is that I have more broth, and I'm just going to keep pouring it in there because it's going to evaporate, you know, and you want a lot of broth in this. There's 5 of us, so we're going to need enough broth, you know, and the broth has to taste good, you know. I'm debating to put some chopped tomatoes in here. I don't know. I like that. I like tomatoes in my soup, as you guys know. But I don't know if I want to make it red. So I think maybe what I'll do is I might put some of the chopped tomatoes in, but not put the juice in with it. You know what I mean? So let's just see. All right, let this come to a little bit of a simmer, and we'll take it from there. I got to put the dishes away that are in the drain board, and it's already 4:45. I got to read my my thing is at 8 o'clock, but I have to read my scripture thing because we go over a book, the purpose driven life, and we read a chapter. We do a chapter every Tuesday. And so I read the chapter, but I have to reread it because I forget, you know. So yeah, so I'll do that. But I feel good today, guys. I got a lot accomplished. I really did. I feel better. Still don't feel my 100% myself, but I definitely feel better. I feel like I'm fat today. Just, I don't know. I did gain a couple pounds, but just a couple. Don't worry, I'm keeping an eye on myself. I'll never get back to being heavy like that again. Never in my life would I allow that to happen. But I do have like 10 pounds where, you know, I lose and then I gain and I lose and I gain. And I always watch myself because I know my limit. Like, you know, if I'm not eating good or whatever, or I'm like, oh God, let me weigh myself. So I weigh myself, I check myself, and I'm like, oh God, I'm 2 pounds heavier than I want to be. So then I reel it in. You know, I'm just always constantly watching myself because I'll never get to that point again where I was so unhealthy and so unhappy. So, yes, so, yeah, but some days you just feel fatter than others. That's women for you, right, guys? Right, girls? I know that's the truth. All right, I gotta put that stuff away. I hate putting stuff away. All right, let's put this over here. This keeps it a nice simmer, guys. We just gotta see what it's, I'm gonna go out and see if there's basil and, parsley. Like I said, I don't really think there's much out there. I got my celery here. What is going on with this refrigerator? We need a refrigerator in the worst way. It's leaking. It's just not good. But not right now. It ain't happening. All right, let's go. Okay. What was I doing? I was putting stuff away, right? My pots, I love them. They're awesome. They're awesome. I'm so grateful and so lucky. This is Jen, who's in her room. I'm gonna ask her if she wants to take it back to her. So Jenny knows now that Julie has her room. And she was a little upset. She was just concerned about where all her stuff was and everything, which I knew she would be. She's coming over Friday, actually. And she's very excited. And she's very excited to see the cats again. And to see how Julie decorated it and everything. And she knows and feels very happy and very secure that she always has a place here, regardless, and she will always, you know, so, and she's very happy for her sister and all of that. So, you know, she's going to sleep up there with Julie sometimes because Julie has the other room with the couch and stuff, so Julie said, you could sleep up there if you want sometimes when you sleep over, or you sleep down on the couch down here because we have an open couch our couch opens up, you know that. So we have that for her, and she has her blanket and her pillow and all her stuff that she always has when she comes here. You know, she barely ever went in her room. She only went to her room when she literally went to bed, if she slept here. And she doesn't sleep here that often. And it's not because we don't want her to, it's because she doesn't want to. She loves to be at her group home. She loves to be where, you know, her friends are, and, you know, and if she sleeps over, you know, she comes over like in the evening, and she sleeps over, and then she goes home the next evening, you know. So she just really likes to be there and stuff. So, which is, to me, is a good sign, because then, you know, I know that everything's okay there and that she's happy there. Because if she wasn't happy, she wouldn't want to go there. She wouldn't want to go back. So that's the whole thing. You can, 95% of the time, you know that she's happy because, and if she's not happy, I know she's not happy. Like, I know what's going on. Like, you know, she had an incident the other day or whatever. We all talked about that or whatever. But, you know, I know when Jennifer's not happy. And if she's not happy, she's going to tell me, or there's going to be telltale signs. And not only that, I'm a helicopter parent. I'm a 58-year-old helicopter parent to my adults, children, all my children. That's just, but Jennifer, of course, more because she's challenged. So I ask questions. I'm right in there, so I know what's going on. Nobody has to tell me. Believe me. Believe me. And if there's something really bothering Jennifer, Jennifer tells me. She always has. Every incident that we've had there or any issues, Jennifer always tells me. So, and she has a lot of people that she confides in and that know what's going on. So, and I fully. Oh God, sorry. I fully trust. And it's a little scary to say this because you have to put your trust in other people to take care of your child, and they're strangers. They're strangers, not strangers after a while, because if they stay at the group home, then you get to know them, and they're not strangers anymore. But they're still strangers taking care of your vulnerable adult child. You know what I mean? So just think about how when your kids were younger, or if they're younger now, and you send them to daycare or preschool or daycare, like you have to go to work, and you have to go to work, so you have to send them there. And you don't know 100%, but you don't know because you can't be there and see what's happening at that time. Just remember or think about how that feels, and think about that being your child being at a different home and you can't even see what's going on. You know what I mean? Just think about that. That's how you can relate to that. Thinking the first day of school, you don't know what's happening with your kid, and your kid can't speak. And my daughter, thank God, has the vocals and has the ability to tell me. There are some adults, friends of ours, that their adult challenged children do not have a lot of speech, or can't articulate certain things. So that's even scarier. It's scary for me, and my child, is very social and very and very, and speaks good and all that. Guys, it's not easy. It's not easy. Being a parent, I swear to God, is the hardest thing anybody could ever do in their life. And you know what? It never ends. It never, ever ends. You think, I can't wait till they get older and they go to college and they go and live in their own place. Please. It's the same shit. It's the same thing. Sorry, guys. It's the same thing. And I worry more. Julie's 28 years old and she goes to work and she still texts me, Mom, I'm here at work. It's just, you had to see the teenage years. I was way over the top, though. I was a little bit over. Yeah, I was a little bit, and I don't know if I'm going to say over the top. I was a little bit over, maybe a little over the top. Just because I worried so much, and I didn't, I know everybody, every parent feels the same way, every loving parent, not every parent's a good parent, just because you're a parent. But I think that you worry about your kids, it's just, and especially when you can't see them. I was always when my kids were younger, and my sister's kids, and we would go out. My sisters had all boys. My one sister has 5 boys, and my other sister has 2 boys. I had 2 girls and a boy. And we used to go out and stuff with the kids when they were little, and I'll never forget, we were in Bam Burgers or those Kmart or Walmart or whatever, the kids would be running around chasing each other in the Kohl's and everything. And, you know, my kids were too, but guess what? I was right there. Like my sisters, God love them, but they're a lot, they're not like me. They're a lot different. They're much more laid back and much more, you know, I'm not saying they don't worry about their kids or take care of them the right way, took care of them, or they did. But they were also, they called me a neurotic. They called me paranoid. They called me, you know, I was always criticized for, you know, worrying so much about where the kids are and everything. You know what? Listen, I remember when Adam Walsh disappeared, the pain that I felt for them, I said to myself, or anybody who was missing children and what was going on with kids in those days growing up and all that, I didn't care what I had to do because I could not live with that pain. I felt like, you know what, I would rather really literally be dead. If God forbid my kid was taken or something like that, I would go to the ends of the earth, and I know every parent would, every loving parent would, of course, that's the given. But what I'm saying is I myself I couldn't fathom how that, like I could fathom how that would feel and how I could not survive it. I could not survive it. So I was a little bit over the top in the fact that I was always, where are they? Where are they? Are the kids crying? That's just the way. Guys, I really don't apologize for it because I really don't. Like, you know, and my daughter, Julie, especially because Julie was the most social. Jenny was in her own world of herself or her own entity, and Frankie was a little bit less social. So he was kind of always to the knee of me, and like I had more of where he was in sight. Where Julie was different. Julie was a good kid, never did anything wrong, never did. But she did, you know, get out there and go to parties and do stuff like that, but nothing that was bad or anything like that. But I always worried about her so excessively that she'd go to my husband and she'd be like, "Can you ask Mom if I could do this or do that?" You know, I was the type of parent that I don't know. I don't know why I'm on this whole subject, but I was the type of parent that my son would say, you know, "Can I go to my friends after school?" I'd be like, "Well, I need to speak to them, and I got to make sure that there's no guns in the house. There's no, you know." And you know, today and every day, even years ago, you have to worry about not who's in the house, like not the mother and the father as much. Yeah, you do, but who else is in the house? Is there a grandfather? Is there an uncle from Canada, or is there an uncle from, you know, the next state over, who's there? And you know, I always worried about it, and especially like when Julie would sleep, I was very much like I had to know the people that Julie was sleeping there and who was in the house. You know, there was only a very few amount of people that I would actually allow that to, you know. But everybody would laugh at me, like, you know, my son would be like, "Mom, yes, I want to make sure that there's no guns in it." And my son would ask them, and that's it. And that was the way it was. You know, I mean, who knew if they even told the truth? But anyway, that's the kind of parent I am, and that's how I still am. You know, like my kids sometimes say that I'm judgmental. It's not that I'm judgmental, but you know, I worry about, like, if she says to me, "Oh, yeah, my friend has a friend. The friend is going to be there that she was, you know, a recovered addict or something like that, or you know, they were incarcerated or whatever like that." It's not that I'm judging that person, but I'm judging the act and saying, "Oh my God," like I was always worried about my kids or ourselves being in a position where you were in a position that you didn't realize the position you were in, if you get what I'm saying. Like, in other words, if you're hanging out with people who, let's just use this scenario. If you were hanging out with somebody that was in a gang, right? They're no longer in a gang. They left that life 10, 20, 15 years ago. But once you're in a gang, you're always in a gang. Once you're an addict, you're always an addict. All those things, which completely, please, I'm a food addict. So, you know, I'm not saying anything about people that are addicts. They're in my family. You know, I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to give you an analogy of the fact that I'm nervous about you being in that area, like just like if you go to the New York City, and I'm like, what area are you going to be in? Or you're on the subway, there's bad people everywhere. But I just feel like that makes it more of a chance that something might happen, or you're hanging out with somebody who used to be a drug dealer. Maybe, I'm not saying that she did or does or anything like that. I'm just saying that if you put yourself in a position where there's people that are like that, you can go to a bar and there's other people. Of course, it's everywhere. But I'm just saying, like, that was always my biggest worry too. Was like, who's in the house, who's visiting? Is anybody visiting? Is it, because you know things happen. I don't care what anybody says. You can't be naive to that, people. You can't. If you send your kid over to sleep over at a girlfriend's house or somebody that you really don't know, let me tell you something. Investigate, because you don't know. And I'm sorry what's going on in the middle of the night in that bedroom. People come in and out. You've heard stories. So that's all I have to say about that, guys. Yeah, there's just no way. And it's funny because my daughter always thought I was over the top and stuff like that. But my daughter is just like me. Like she said, she would like when Darren and her were first dating, she would go into the city, to visit him because that's where he was. He's from Queens, and she would go to visit him, and she'd take the subway, and when she was like gooing it herself, and I was like a freaking wreck. I was a wreck. And she would say to me, "Oh, Mom, you'll be proud of me today. I held my pocketbook like this, or I saw something that was not right, or So she, even though I taught her those things, and she was like, she thought I was over the top. She learned from everything that I taught her, and she's very aware and very and my son too. So, you just got to put those things in your kids' heads. Unfortunately, that's the way life is. I'm sorry, it is. Yep. So just you got to be able to sleep at night. I know I do. All right, so let me taste this and see. And I just love hard, guys. I love hard. So, oh, spilling it. All right. It needs a little bit more bouillon. I taste the bouillon. Okay? It definitely needs a little bit more chicken flavor. But like I said, I'm not putting any salt in at this point. And it definitely needs, like, I taste lemon, but it definitely needs the juices of the lemons because, like, I feel like it even needs more lemon zest. I'm going to put more lemon zest in here, guys. So, yeah, my sisters called me neurotic, and everybody always called me neurotic. I am a little neurotic. I am, but, I'm sorry. That's just who I am. And I don't apologize for it. Because I have to be able to put my head at my pillow at night. Like Jenny, like I'm like, always been a helicopter parent with her because we had to be. Who was gonna take care of her? Who was gonna fight for her? Who was gonna stand up for her? She couldn't stand up for herself. And my other kids too. I mean, I would see red. Like, I would see red. I would, like, have to really, like, my husband would reel me in because when it comes to my kids, like, I don't care what happens to myself. I really don't. My kids, were completely my life. And I would come to the point where, like, I would have to, like, check myself because I remember when we lived in Florida, kids, they pick on kids. They pick on you, one kid, and pick on another kid. Well, my daughter, girls are, like petty and just picky and all this stuff. And a few of my daughter's friends, she had some run-ins with them, just people that were whatever and just would, say things. And I would be like, and I would try to intervene, and Julie would be like, Mom, please don't. And I'm like, well, no, I'm sorry, but like, there are certain things that I'll back off on, but there are also certain things that I'm not standing for, and like, I really have to check myself at times because I would not, like, my son and my daughter could tell you, I would like wipe the floors of people, and they were, and like teenagers, like I would I would text them, and my daughter was like, "Mom, what are you doing?" You know, I'm very sorry. Like I just, you know, that's just what I do.
How long?
Probably like another half hour. It's just who I am, guys, you know. And but I definitely had to check myself a few times because, you know, kids are kids, and the thing is too is like, you know, you got to be careful what happens with the parents because the kids, you know, are friends the next day, and then the parents hate each other, you know, and you don't want that. And so you have to just try to be reasonable, and it's not always easy. It's not always easy when you're a parent, you know that. I don't need to preach that because everybody knows that. All right, so we're gonna cut the lemon. We're gonna squeeze the lemons in here. Lemon juice. Yeah, I'll be right back with you guys. All right, people. So here's the grilled cheeses. I made Darren and Julie a couple of grilled cheeses. And the soup is amazing. Frankie already took some. We already tasted it. We tweaked it. Oh, it is so good. I put a little bit of, I didn't show you guys, but I put a little bit of half and half in it. I put like 3 lemons, whole lemon juice from the lemons. And I did 3 zests of the lemon because it really needed that flavor. I also added a little bit more bouillon to it because, and I don't think I added even any regular salt. I added a little bit of grated cheese, and I didn't even think I added pepper. I added the garlic powder, the onion powder, and I did have basil and parsley out in my garden. So I went out there, I cut it all up, and I washed it, and I just threw it right in there, guys. So that just gives it a nice extra flavor. All right, so I'm going to get my plate. I'm going to make my grilled cheese, and then I'll show you my plate, okay? All right, people. So here's my grilled cheese cooking. Here's the soup. Look at that, guys. I'm going to taste it for you guys when I get to the table. I put that half and half. Ooh, it's so delicious. There we go. I'll show you my plate in 1 second. All right, guys, so here is my dinner, grilled cheese and the soup. I'm going to turn these around and taste the soup for you guys. All right, people, let's taste the soup. The grilled cheese is amazing. Look, I already took a bite. I couldn't help it. Look.
Look at Koopy in the back.
Koopy always makes an appearance. Where's the rubber?
Over here, we're gonna go. Done with this?
Yeah, thank you. My son-in-law was so helpful. Guys, it's really good. How's the chicken? Is the chicken tender?
Mm-hmm. Very.
Okay, guys.
I gotta bring up some more.
Happy dance. Happy
Some more
dance.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Where do you normally keep this?
In the corner there, yeah. Thank you. That's so good, guys. Dip it in the soup like you do tomato soup. Ow, my back hurts. That's it, guys. Okay.
Make sure you tell them all that I offered help cook and you don't let me.
I told them that yesterday.
Okay, good.
I said, let me tell you guys something. Because I know people are going to say something. Because they do. And I said, to Julie asked me if she could help me. And I told her no, because there are times when I'm going to need Julie to help me and want her to help me. But sometimes I just do it myself because number one, I'm creating, I'm videoing. And number two, I do things a certain way and like to do things
very controlling
my way. And I, in the kitchen and stuff, I'm very controlling. No matter, even when like she wants to cook or they want to cook, I'm always like, well, don't forget,
I'm lucky if she'll let me cut something. That's what that's usually my job is
she asked
cutting
me
stuff.
early, I think it was yesterday or something. She asked me the other day she wanted to cut something. I was like,
because I really I love to sit there and cut. I enjoy it. It's like therapy for me. Just like that shirt I wear, cooking is my therapy, you know. I just love that. So anyway, Julie offers to help. Julie will, and I told you guys, Julie will help when it's appropriate for her to help and be. So I don't want to hear from anybody. Does Julie help? Why isn't Julie in the kitchen helping you? Do. That's it. So yes, I did tell them that she does offer to help. Just so you know. Not that I have to even explain, but you know, there will be people out there that will criticize and say stuff like that. That's just the way it goes, you know. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. No. Brody almost took a bite of it to grab grilled cheese. Don't forget to hit that subscribers button, because when you subscribe, guys, it really does help my channel grow, and I really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that notification button with the bell so you guys can be notified every time I upload a new video. Like and share. Comment down below. And thank you so much for coming into my kitchen with me in my home and creating. Guys, loving life right now. Everything's great, and I hope everybody's doing well. And be kind to each other, because you know what, guys? Be kind and live your life the way you want to live it, because tomorrows are not promised. All right? They're not promised, guys.
Okay.
Love you. See you on the next one. Bye.